FMAN, Fire Chief, City of Mount Juliet.
Just tell us, I guess, a little bit about what went on down here today.
Okay, about 10 to 1, we received a tone out for a train derailment across from Mount Juliet Elementary School. There were a dozen cars that had left the track. They just looked like they just laid over on their side. Doesn't look like a great deal of speed was involved in it. They had one hopper car, 2 to 10 cargo trucks, and one general service tanker.
Was anybody hurt during this?
No, it was a safe operation. No one was hurt.
Now, who inspect? Do you guys inspect that, or who inspects that?
Post accident, I mean, we respond obviously, but no, this was under CSX Rail responsibility.
So they'll send whoever in, I guess.
They're on the scene now, assessing what it would take to do cleanup and correct the cars.
Was it alarming when you realized it was in front of an elementary school?
It certainly was. Yeah, first thing that we did was ask for a weather report, because being that close, needed to know temperature, wind speed, and direction. And it was good. It was 70 degrees. The winds was out of the south at about 3 to 5 miles, and the school actually sits south of the incident. So that was a blessing. We were able to. I spoke with the principal, and we sheltered in place, cut off the HVAC, and began our mitigation.
And did they have to shut down for any trains or anything, or did they tell you all that or anything?
They made sure there was no other rail traffic at that time. Mount Juliet Police Department, under Chief Hambrick's direction, was able to do traffic control from South Green Hill Road here to beyond west of the elementary school.
There was no chemical spill or anything?
The one general service car had propane in it, and but it had been offloaded. There was residue there. Unfortunately, that makes it a little more dangerous than if it's full, because of the vapor space inside of the car. So it has plenty of oxygen to work with in the event of a spark or flame.
You haven't had a train derailment down here in a while, have you?
Last one I worked was in Watertown, and I was a much younger man.
Did you say anything about what would have caused this, or is that a CSX question?
That would be more of a CSX question. I know that they had been working on the tracks and the ties here, but I'm not sure if that had anything, if that was a contributing factor to it.
Like construction? What do you mean by that?
Replacing the ties, railroad ties and rails.
I'm sure I missed this, but have you ever spoken to the fact that you had to reroute the children from the elementary school to the middle school?
Yes, the safety manager for Wilson County School Board made that decision out of an abundance of caution.
Besides the inconvenience of having to be rerouted, is there anything else to say about the parents having to pick up their kids?
No, those questions along that would be more directed to Mr. Spencer at the Board of Education.
Just maybe comment on how relieved you are that it wasn't worse than it was?
I'm very happy. We're very, very, very happy when we found out. We sent for our IT department, and they brought their drone down. Director Taylor had his crew set up. We did drone footage to make sure to get up close in a safe way to make sure that we did not experience loss of containment. We didn't find any. I sent a crew. We sent a crew to the over to the cars through the field, and they were wearing air monitors, and they were able to get a visual to make sure that all of the valves, the manways and the bleed off valves, everything was intact. Nothing was leaking out, nothing was whistling. It was safe. So yes, at that time, big collective sigh of relief.
Are there any other roads or anything?
No, they'll obviously be using West Division as access to get their equipment in there so that they can work on the overturned rail cars, but they'll be using this track as well.
Anything else maybe we weren't smart enough to ask you? Maybe we'll talk about?
No, you're fine. Just, it's a real safe operation. Police and fire work well together in Mount Juliet, and I truly appreciate Chief Hambrick and his troops. They do a great job providing a safe scene for us to operate in, and today was no exception.
Chief, anything to say?
No, just appreciate the way everything was carried on, and like he said, our paramount concern because of the proximity to the event, to the school, the safety of those students, teachers, and we wanted to make sure that they were, protected. But the operations, as Chief Luffman has said, went great, and we're grateful.
Just for the record, sir, can I get you to spell your first and last name, please?
Okay.
His first name is Brick.
James, James, Hambrick, Hambrick.
And your title is?
Chief of Police.
He's the Brick.
I just have to be very thorough here.
Thank you.
All right.
Get my
my
computer,
phone?
we good?
Oh no, you want me to take him home?
No. Yeah. I can't see suppers over.
They're confident. They got Cohon.
Yeah.
Real confident.